Let
thinks
me tell you
you're
something about men.
in the wise words of
dumb
Amari,
dumb.
a dum-dum.
Yeah, you little dumb dumb. Let me tell you something about men.
Welcome to this week's episode of Relly and Deli Read Reddit Stories. I'm Relly.
And I'm Deli.
And today we have a series of ridiculous breakup videos from Reddit.
Ooh, oh my goodness, to the breakups. I wasn't ready for that. Not the ballworms.
The ballworms. No, not the ballworms. I'm actually probably gonna cut that.
I mean, that's a breakup of sorts. I mean, you stick with it. You don't keep that same energy.
No.
Online. I say stick it in there, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We got time. We got time.
You guys will probably just hear me screaming, laughing, and not know what was said before that.
Now, is that the bigger crime or the other one? Just actually letting them hear it.
This is for free. I can do whatever I want.
Okay. I mean, I said it was gonna be a charge. I just said is it a crime?
Until I start charging.
Oh.
All right. So today, as you guys know, we do our Reddit stories, where I only read the title. Deli has no idea what any of these stories are going to be about.
That's true.
I have a series of stories from Am I Overreacting? I believe we have Am I the Asshole? Oh wait, no, I think they're all Am I Overreacting? Except for one, which turns out to be Petty Revenge.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Have we ever done a petty revenge, or we just haven't done one in a while?
I feel like we haven't done one in a very long time.
Yeah, I feel like we have done one before as well.
Yeah.
Haven't done one in a while.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to that. I think that's like a
petty revenge, honey. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Something
I
about
think
that
that's actually the second story. But yeah, so we're going to get in. But first, please make sure that you subscribe. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You guys know you love it.
Right.
You know you love the content. You know you want to hear these stories.
Exactly.
We ain't all hard to get, girl. Stop it. And that goes for the girls and the boys.
Oh.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Let's get into our first story, okay? This one comes with a picture. And actually, it is literally just a title and a picture.
Okay.
Okay. Am I overreacting for wanting to immediately break up with my boyfriend after seeing how he lives? You ready for this?
Oh no, how he lives? That's a lot.
We only got one picture.
They want to know if she's overreacting.
For breaking up. You ready?
God.
I'm gonna show it to Deli right now.
What? Wait. Is that?
That's a shower.
Do you think those walls are supposed to be white, or you think that's stone or granite?
That is not cement, babes.
Or cement?
Do you know the shower that we got up there?
It's the same thing.
Wow. That white, that plastic TP, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I believe it is.
Let me see one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course we're showing you guys at this time. So y'all can really... Yeah, because look at the little shelf. You couldn't even tell it was a shelf.
Girl, hell no. Very quick, very simple. Not overreacting. It's a bit much, babes.
It is a bit much. That's a lot. What?
Everybody gets messy sometimes.
Everybody does get messy
but
sometimes.
That is supposed to be white.
Yeah, not everybody's pristine all the time, but this is a lot. Like, are you even getting clean?
Cooling.
Are you even? Yeah, that means his drain is probably backed up too. So I'm like, are you even getting clean at this point? Like when you get in there, are you even? Because I was gonna say shout out to him for using products, because I've heard this rash of boyfriends that are not like cleaning themselves or washing themselves. Like they was like tests done and they won't move in the soap or anything. They were just letting water run down.
Yeah.
So I mean, he got the products in there, but at what cost? Like, is it even worth it? You know? Yeah, that's. Yeah, I mean, you're not overreacting, because if that's how that is,
what else?
What else
is
going
on?
on?
What is the kitchen?
And that could be a deal breaker. People do break
what
the deal over.
What does the toilet look like?
That's true. People do. You can break a deal over hygiene. This is hygiene.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just your hygiene isn't where I need it to be.
Yeah. And again, everybody could get depressed. Things can happen where you not get super messy. So you know what?
Yeah.
a conversation for sure needs to be had. But knee-jerk reaction, you're not overreacting.
Yeah,
okay.
We're always here for conversation. A conversation is nice, but if you just walked out of there and he never saw you again, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, but do tell him at least on the way out. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to say, but at least let him know, like, sweetie, this is not okay.
I picture this. She went into the bathroom. She saw this. She closes the shower curtain back. She walks out calmly. She grabs her bag, puts it on her wrist, and she says, "Your bathroom is filthy nasty." Walks out of the house, beeline, no look around, straight out the door, and he never hears from her again.
That would be within reasons.
Absolutely.
Because, like, I want to see the rest of his apartment.
Yeah, I would love to see the rest.
All right, so now we're going to get to our first real story. That was just a little picture.
A little tidbit.
Okay. Now, this is our petty revenge story.
Ooh.
My ex deleted my save files, but forgot to delete his streaming services. Okay. Again, this is petty revenge. So they're not asking for anything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
I had to process
that game
save file, but you left your subscription.
Your subscription,
logged
Hulu,
in.
Netflix, whatever.
What you gonna do?
See, when you want to cut up, I'm not saying to do revenge, because deleting the save files, maybe that was revenge for something else that you did, OP. We don't know who you are. You could be a criminal.
I don't know.
But what I'm saying is, if you can get revenge on a bitch, you have to make sure that you can't get revenge back.
Yeah, we're gonna see what it is, but I'm all for revenge. What's that cute and quiet and simple like that? I'm all for revenge.
I'm for it, but let's see. Okay, title explains it all. All right, Clarissa.
Okay.
A few years ago, my ex-boyfriend and I split up. I moved out almost immediately.
Oh.
Our shared items were left behind, including the PlayStation 4. He kept trying to get back together, but honestly, I was really tired of constantly taking care of him like a child. Reasons are below, but not important to the story much. We both worked, him from home. All he had to do was cover his half of the rent and groceries. Oftentimes, we would go to the store in my car. He didn't have one and was saving up for one, which was fine. At his insistence to grab food and snacks, and when we got to the register, he somehow always had a mystery bill that ran just as we got to the store. He would make a huge deal out of it and put me on the spot to pay in front of everyone.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah, that's horrible.
He did this maybe 5 times over the course of a month.
Dang,
bitch,
that's more than once a week.
You got one. And we're going to have it out later.
I mean, I guess it's why she just got out immediately. Like,
Absolutely.
She was definitely fed up.
Yeah, okay. And then one day received a massive order of computer parts for his PC that he was custom building for gaming.
Are those the bills that you've been having?
Probably.
Or you like, I want to make my computer and I don't want to eat. You can pay for that. I don't know. Either way, it's not right.
It's bullshit. Oh, and he needed me to cover the rent for that month. LOL.
Okay,
Also, could his brother move in until he got a job? And the final straw, asking what I had in savings, and then sending me a Christmas wish list for all $2,500 worth of my savings. Your boyfriend was a kid.
Yeah, and you're like, this doesn't play a big part in what went on, but I'll put it
it shows that
it's
he's
a huge part.
Evil person.
Dude, she just said that. She prefaced it. These aren't important things, but they are very important.
What the hell?
That was an animal. How much you got in your savings?
$2,500.
Oh, I'm gonna try to take all that.
Well, excuse me.
Down to the T.
Take this Christmas wish list, girl.
What are you, 12? A wish list?
She said, anyways, I moved out and left him and his brother to handle that. Taking myself off the lease. He kept trying to bribe me. Girl, you're poor. Ooh. But how you gonna bribe me when you have no money, sweetie?
You can bribe with other things.
Okay, and started insisting I could have X and Y and Z items, including the PlayStation. I accepted the PlayStation. He kept delaying me coming up to pick up everything that was deemed mine. Then one day dropped it all off on my new porch. Girl, you giving me your new address as well. I plug in my PS4 and he deleted all of my game data. Hundreds of hours in my RPGs, everything. By the way, when I said girl, Obi could be a boy. We really don't know.
We don't know. They never disclosed their gender.
That everybody's a boy, and I'm gonna call you girl. Fight me.
Oh, see, I always assume that
It's the opposite.
Yeah, I always assume that if they don't say like their gender, that it's a cis het relationship.
Yeah, I like to do
But
that.
even then, you could be a girl.
Yeah.
You know, the girls are the girl. It's a what's the word? Colloquialism.
Yes.
I'm trying to think about low down dirty shame. It's an expression. That's what Jada Pinkett said about girlfriend.
Oh.
It's an expression.
It is.
But officially it's a colloquialism.
It is. Okay. But I noticed as I go to set up my Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Crunchyroll, etc., that everything is logged in under his mom's name. And there's one account for each kid and a guest account.
Oh.
I've been using the guest account for about 4 years on every service. I've yet to be cut off, Netflix being the only exception. Thanks for the savings, I guess. I still miss my old files.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not the craziest
No,
revenge.
you just kept using it.
You just kept using it. But I understand, like, I understand you seeing it in that way, like a revenge. Like, he's finally contributing. In a way. He didn't even pay him for those mamas.
No, that's his mama. Sister.
So,
get this out of petty
she
revenge.
like, I want to get...
Because this is not what this was.
It's not really petty revenge. It's not really revenge at all. But I understand how she feel like she might be getting over now. Like, I get to keep...
That's called a blessing, girl. That's not revenge.
Yeah, it is.
He took from you. He destroyed... If somebody willfully deleted my save files... I've seen so many of those videos of these, like... girls deleting their boyfriend's save files or throwing their PlayStations in water.
Yeah.
Because not even for doing anything, but like you play the game too much.
Yeah, they feel like you play it too much, and they're like, you know what? I'm going to delete all your stuff. I'm going to throw it in water. I'm going to destroy your console.
Who thinks that destroying property, your property, is appropriate and you're in a relationship, you're being abused.
That is true.
You should leave.
Back to the petty revenge. Revenge is a tit for tat. You hurt me, I hurt you. You're not hurting anybody by doing this.
Literally,
it's not costing anybody any extra money. They already have the profile there for you.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't really do anything.
I thought you were going to go in and change passwords.
Yeah, I thought you were going to change passwords or start renting a lot of stuff. Like on Prime, you can rent a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
And charge whatever card is on file.
That's good.
I thought you can get nasty or buy movies. You could watch movies that just came out for $20, $30.
Absolutely.
Unless you can get nasty with it.
That'd be sick. And you do it from his profile.
Exactly. So he's doing it. Yeah. But it's okay. You're just a gentle soul, honestly. You thought this was petty revenge. It's not.
I'm not mad at you, OP. I know it sounds like it because of my tone. Yeah. I just don't like being deceived. And you got my hopes up for revenge, and this wasn't that. We have a comment. I had an ex leave Netflix sign into my TV, but the breakup was rough, so I knew she'd kick me off. I deleted my profile and made one called Settings, and it worked for 2 years.
Oh, now see,
that's hilarious.
If that was something you did, if they didn't have a guest profile, that would have gave you a little bit more revenge. That was kind of clever. Settings chose a cog as the profile picture.
Yeah,
it's a cog. And then she realized it was double settings. I think that's how Netflix is. You have all your profiles, and at the bottom it's settings or log out.
Yeah.
So it's double settings.
But at first glance, you look at it and you're like, oh shit.
It worked for 2 years. It worked for 2 years. Very good job.
Wasn't bad enough.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out that problem. Somebody said, wow, I gotta remember this. Rolling on the floor, thank you. Somebody said, that's genius at work right here. Have you ever thought of applying for work in a government office?
Wow.
Goodbye. All right, y'all. Let's move on to our next story. So, again, we try to do this in ascending order of ridiculousness.
Yeah.
The final story has text messages as well.
Okay.
And it's the most obscure title, so I put it last because it could either really be crazy or it could literally be nothing.
Okay.
But let's see. So for the third story, we're back to Am I Overreacting?
Okay.
Am I overreacting for walking away when my partner stopped to talk to someone who's previously disrespected me? Why you
not disrespected?
Yeah.
But I mean, No, I don't think so. They
Absolutely
previously
not.
disrespected you, but let's see what they did to you, and let's see if that was warranted.
That's true. Let's say, because maybe disrespect. Maybe they really didn't disrespect you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe there was no ill will.
But taking it at face value,
no.
If
what they did disrespected you, and it was a blatant disrespect where there's no gray area, then no, you're not wrong for walking away.
I commend you for even walking away, because you could turn
and then maybe you can get them an earful when y'all get back together.
Well, let's see. This one is a little bit more clear. Okay, so OP is a 30-year-old woman who was out of town with my partner, who's a 30-year-old man. When we ran into a woman, 46.
Oh.
He used to be in a band with.
Okay.
For context, right. I've had a pretty negative history with her. When my partner was still in the band, she would ignore me or not address me by name, made passive-aggressive comments about my job, calling me very studious in a sneering way, gave me dirty looks and generally made me feel unwelcome at gigs, once literally pushed past me to hug my partner from behind.
Oh, she in love with him.
Right.
And you're 17, his senior.
Yeah, 16.
16, his senior. That means when he was 16, what, you were 30? 31?
Yeah.
32?
32.
You're sick.
She's married to another person in the band, but had formed for this kind of thing with various men. That's not a sentence.
No.
She's married to another person in the band, but had form for this kind of thing with various men. Okay.
Is that an open relationship, maybe?
I
we don't know. Maybe with more context. Go ahead.
I stayed civil the while he was in the band because I didn't want to cause drama or make things awkward for my partner. He's no longer in the band, so I don't see her anymore. I'd communicated very early with my partner that she was off with me, and it made me uncomfortable. I think it was the third time I met her as I put the first time down to potential nervousness on her part as she was about to perform. And the second time I thought I may have misread. It was the third time when she pushed me out of the way that I knew a line had to be drawn.
Yeah.
My partner said it was plausible deniability on her part, even if it was unkind, and that if I couldn't handle it, that I should stop coming to gigs.
Damn.
Why are you still with this man? Because I'm an idiot, I assumed that taking it any further would make me look controlling or manipulative or undermining. So I just didn't pay her any mind at gigs and was secretly relieved when he said he wanted to leave. Anyway, we saw her in the streets this weekend. She spotted us and said, "Oh look, it's my partner's name." Didn't acknowledge me at all, even though I was right there. At that point, I just thought, nope, and kept walking. I didn't make eye contact or stop. My partner stopped briefly to say hello, then quickly made an excuse and caught up with me. Afterwards, he said I'd put him in an awkward position because he had to come up with an excuse on the spot and felt a bit embarrassed. He asked why I didn't just stop and referred to what I did as an act of war. From my perspective, I spent a year being polite to someone who consistently disrespected me, and I'm not interested in pretending everything is fine now. I didn't cause a scene, I just removed myself. I feel like I finally stood up for myself, but I also get that it might have looked rude. I'm not overreacting. Girl, you should have been rude. You should have been rude to this girl.
Yeah.
You're absolutely insane. I know I'm doing the thing when I'm trying to give actual advice, but you in your full rights to square up, kick that girl in the throat.
Oh. So yeah, I definitely think you were not overreacting. You handled this very nicely as far as just walking away. Cause you really could have took it further than that, and maybe you should have, honestly. Because I'm like, yeah, you should have gave her what she been giving you. Like, it's this bitch. How are you?
Yeah.
You know, be snarky with her.
Yeah.
Like, it's the woman in her mid-40s, very studious.
Late 40s. You cracked that 5, baby. You're in your late 40s, heifer.
Yeah, she's like, you very studious. You're like, You're very wise.
Right.
You're looking real wise for your age. How's that going?
You pushing me as a married woman to hug my man when you pushing 50, girl.
Exactly. That's kind of crazy. That she sounded like she did a lot to you, so you were not overreacting to walk away. And you might want to examine your relationship because he's given the good thing here is that when you walked away, he ran after you. He just said, "Hey," and "Oh, I gotta go." But he was like, "Oh, maybe I made an awkward situation." It's been awkward for me. How come when the first time I do something, it's crazy. But when she was doing all this stuff, it was like, "Oh, you can't handle it. Don't go."
That man told you don't go, and it was plausible deniability.
Which does not apply here.
That's not even what plausible deniability is.
I was about to say the same thing. Is that even what that really means?
Not only is he rude, but he's stupid. For one. Yeah. Two, to stand there and still be around someone, there's nobody who could ever disrespect you in my face.
Yeah.
I don't care. And this was before we got married. This was when we were dating. I have gotten more upset at perceived slights than you have. Yeah. Because for me, hell no. That's something I don't play with. I don't, because when you're with that person, when you're in a relationship is also a partnership. When you're a partner with someone, it's you two in all situations together.
Absolutely.
The second that you view them as an outside entity or force, then you already have a problem.
Yeah.
Mama, this man does not like you. Yeah. And I'm going to even go further to speculate. I wonder why he left the man.
Yeah, I would love to know why he left the band. Go ahead.
I think he was forced out because he's in a band with this little flirtatious heifer with her husband, and he probably had to leave because he was confronted. And his girl already don't like it. I doubt her husband likes what's going on.
Right. I wish we had more clarification on that typo. Like, is she doing this with all the guys in the band? Like, because she was like from the band or from.
She is from and for this kind of thing.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's what she does with, like, have an open relationship. I don't know. But either way, it is inappropriate. And it's inappropriate for her to be, like, coming at you how she was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you're well within your rights just to have walked away. You're well within your rights to have done more. But, shout out to you. And yeah, the conversation needs to be had with your husband or married? Boyfriend? I don't know. Your 30-year-old partner. I know y'all are both 30. That much I do know. You're both 30.
Yeah, your partner.
Oh,
when hetero say partner.
Definitely need to talk about that and get to a consensus because y'all not on the same page. Like,
absolutely not.
You might have to give some ultimatums. Like, I'm gonna need for you to understand where I'm coming from, or we ain't gonna be able to go no further than this.
Girl, I said fuck all that. Just go. He's shown you his true colors several times. Of course, I don't condone actual violence.
She did call herself an idiot.
Yeah.
I condone violence. I condone violence in some situations.
In some. Maybe not this one.
I don't think...
it's a tit for tat. No, when she pushed you, that would have been the time to push that heifer right on back. I can't take being shoved. I can't take being pushed. I could not. I would have honestly done it right then and there in that moment.
Yeah, you do need to do it right then and
there. You're in your full right to honestly verbally tear her down. But save yourself the time and energy and just go. Because this man doesn't like you. Anybody who actually likes you would not put up with this. There's kids who would watch their friends being picked on and would not allow it. Children. We're not even talking about love. Just even like you as a person. People who like someone as a person could not stand for them being mistreated.
Yeah.
He don't like you, girl. Top comment, you're not in the wrong. You had every right to ignore that girl. Also, sorry, why was your boyfriend acting like that and defending her in the first place?
Listen.
He knew why you didn't like her, so what's his point? She's getting too friendly with him. So I suggest that your boyfriend sticks with you no matter what before she takes your man. Fuck that. Let her have him. Now, Opie jumped in the comments and responded.
Very good.
She's literally married. Girl, like that matters. And like this with everyone, including throwing herself at my partner's dad.
Okay.
When his mom wasn't there.
Oh, she jealous.
And
you got some kind of issue going on where
yeah,
you just want to be all over everybody.
You got low self-esteem.
You want to be desired.
She probably body down to look gorgeous.
Probably not. She's probably like a foot.
Interesting.
That's the way I pictured her. Kind of haggard.
Yeah. Yeah. But I could actually see her being like body down.
She could be
and just like ridiculous. Now, Opie continues, it's just how she is. She's a middle-aged pick-me.
Oh.
Gag her. But she needs to face consequences rather than relying on people just saying that this is how she is.
Right.
Yeah. But, you know, you also got to say this shit to bitches' faces.
That's true.
You know? Ooh, all right.
Yeah. Deep breaths.
Yeah. Now, we're going to move on to our last story. And am I overreacting? This one also has some picture evidence in text message form, okay? So, the title is simple. Am I overreacting by breaking up with my boyfriend?
Probably not. I feel like that's probably a great foundation. I feel like, you know, just going off of what we've had today and how the internet works, that's probably a great foundation. But let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. You could be overreacting.
Advocate. Yeah, No. You're not overreacting. I hope you're not. But this would be hilarious.
We hope you're not, but you could be.
You could be. Let's see. Okay. So, we have a 19-year-old woman in a relationship with a 23-year-old man.
Okay.
Depending on when y'all got together. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it at all. But okay. Yeah. It's not the worst.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's fine. But, you know, if y'all just met, then cool. Don't be like, we've been together for 4 years. Because then I got to pull out my abacus, bitch. And no. But let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. We went to a mutual friend's house for drinks tonight.
Okay.
There were some people there that were friends with our friend, but we didn't personally know. Okay. My boyfriend and I showed up together. He had his arm around my shoulder the whole night, and we were having a good time. My friend had to go to the toilet, and this guy I didn't know personally started talking to me and kind of flirting. He asked me what I was doing next weekend, and I said, sorry, I have a boyfriend. My boyfriend kind of came back at the wrong moment, and I could tell he was upset. The night went on. As my boyfriend and I were leaving, the guy quickly said how nice it was to meet me. This instantly flipped the switch in my boyfriend, and he said, if you ever come near her again, I will fuck you up. The guy then lets out a slew of apologies and saying he thought we were siblings because we both have blonde hair and blue eyes. My boyfriend just grabbed my wrist and we left. It made me super uncomfortable, and I low-key felt bad for the other guy. Not half for what? Is he right about what the guy was thinking? Am I being too naive? Should I have broken up with him? Help, please.
So she's wondering if she's overreacting for breaking up with him.
Yeah. Now, we do have texts.
Okay. Do we want to get into the text first, or we want to go off of this?
Let's go off of this and let's get into the text.
Okay.
Okay, because I think the breakup happens in the text.
Oh.
Yeah. In this situation, ma'am, I'm going to give a soft that you both were wrong. Grabbing you and pulling your hand, I would never try that with your nail. That would cause a big problem. You told the guy you have a man. Some people will get upset when you be like, sorry, I have a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck you sorry? I think that's toxic, you know? Because you're not trying to be mean. And, you know, men can react in negative ways as you just saw your boyfriend get kind of explosive. You can just be like, I actually have a boyfriend, so I'm not interested. Yeah. You don't have to say sorry. But honestly, we know, truly, you do sometimes because these men are dangerous and crazy sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You saying you feel sorry for the guy, that's where I'm like, are you insane? Because you already said you had a man. So the guy saying that he thought that was your brother is a flagrant lie.
Yeah.
And even if he thought that was your brother, you already said that you had a man. So no means no. Right. So he could be like, well, I didn't know that was your man because y'all look like siblings. One, he was definitely trying to ding you. But I just think, like, what's with this understanding of this guy that obviously refused to take no for an answer and was basically taking a jab at the two of you. saying that y'all look like siblings. I don't know. Your boyfriend got physical with you and like pulling on you. It's a slippery slope, and he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't do that. Him being upset and exploding and going to that, that's a choice too. I don't think he should have gone to that degree. And you know, if he was really secure, he wouldn't have had to say anything.
Right.
But I do think that they both exhibited bad behavior.
Yeah, I understand wanting to break up with him. I don't think you're overreacting, because that is a bit ridiculous. What did he say? I'm gonna break your face. What did he say to him?
Oh, he just said, if you ever come near her again, I will fuck you up.
Yeah. Is all that really necessary?
I don't think so.
So, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you're overreacting, especially if you're not used to stuff like that. That's a lot. Like, all right, we're done. And then you got snatched up by your wrist. So, yeah, that's not good either. I do think the guy may not have known that he was your boyfriend. Even though you did say you have a boyfriend, he may not have thought that was him.
His boyfriend.
Yeah, I feel like it was another response he could have had, your boyfriend could have had, or just no response at all. Y'all could have just left. Like, yeah, because you may never see this guy again. Then you might. He's a friend of a friend, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should have took the hint. I don't know if there's any drinking involved, that type of thing. Because drinking, I won't give drinking the credit for a lot of stuff, but something like this, that could be drinking.
For
like
sure.
Him, like approaching you saying you got a boyfriend, and him approaching you again.
Right.
That sounds like somebody that's a little tipsy or drunk.
I mean, hell, man, maybe even a boyfriend too.
Yeah,
and I still doesn't make things right. I think for me, and this is the thing. I've never felt the need to respond to people flirting with you in like an explosive fashion.
Yeah.
But one, I'm not insecure. And two, you would not like that. You would just get upset. And then that just puts me in a losing category.
Right.
In a situation that's literally not my problem.
Yeah.
For one. And two, I mean, it's a different situation where like you generally don't notice people flirting with you. And maybe...
Well, she said she noticed that he was talking to her.
She did, yeah. So it's not even that, but yeah, I've never felt the need to do that. If I ever felt like, no, and I will also say, I'm trying to think from the flip perspective too. If this was reversed, even though it would never happen, but if you were like, oh, talk to him again and I'll fuck you up, I'd be like, oh, that wouldn't upset me. Now, you grabbing and pulling on my hair, I'm like, sir, don't rough me up.
Yeah.
We could go. I don't care about you cussing people out, but...
Right. You go low key into that.
Steps.
But yeah, I don't think... if this was the reverse and somebody had been trying to talk to you all night, I don't think I would have responded that way. I've just been like, I'm his husband. Or I don't even know if I even would have said that. If I would have just looked and we just would have left.
Yeah. That's the thing. You would just look like...
I'm like, what? Let's go. We already leaving anyway. Let's go.
Yeah, because we were literally walking. We're literally leaving.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
I don't think unnecessary. And you guys are young, but you gotta grow up.
Yeah, I don't think you're overreacting. He does sound like a bit of a hothead. Yeah. But, let's see what the text messages do.
All right. There's a couple of texts, so I'm going to try and power through these.
Okay.
Listen, this is, okay, so we're going to start off with
Thank
OP.
you.
Yeah. OP says, listen, I appreciate you standing up for me, trying to be protective. The truth is, though, we're both adults. I respect our relationship and love you more than anything, but I really hate confrontation. And you escalating the situation made it 10 times worse. Understandable.
Yeah.
He said, babe, period. I don't think you understand how men work. Oh.
Yeah.
LOL. So let me teach you a little something. All right. Period. Well, thank you so much. There's really nothing after this. I'm going to keep reading it, but
she was not overreacting.
No, because you could tell that he has some violent, explosive tendencies.
Dude bro mentality.
Condescending.
Yeah.
He
like,
thinks you're
something about men.
In the wise words of Amari, a dum-dum.
Yeah, you little dum-dum. Let me tell you something about men.
Whoa. Yeah. Let's keep going. let me teach you a little something. The cute little, haha, I have a boyfriend, in quotes, is flirty and an invitation for him to pursue you when I'm not there. How? I know you didn't mean it in that way, but that's the way it came off. Literally looking at him throughout the night, he was staring at you. That's not my problem. It made me sick, and I hate to be crude, but you might want to delete photos on your Insta because imagining the things he would do alone with those makes me sick. Now, sir, slow
right?
That how we get.
Hey, listen, that shows a lot about him and his character. I don't know if that's what straight men are doing. Even if that's, I don't care. Like, that's his problem. I'm not taking my stuff offline.
No,
I'm keeping all those likes.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And it's not like she. Yeah. It's not like she's Instagram and not OnlyFans.
So OP says, "Do you realize how crazy you sound?"
Listen,
he was being friendly in all caps, and yes, maybe he was interested at first, but he completely backed off when you yelled at him. I think the message was loud and clear. Do not tell me what to do with my Insta, and don't insert random thoughts into his head. He's a great guy, or else blank wouldn't have invited him. And honestly, either ask blank or for his number and either call or text him an apology. Your behavior was unacceptable and unprovoked. Yeah.
It was slightly provoked, but at the same time, I understand, like, you doing too much.
Yeah. And
you really overreacted.
Got that rage, sir. You're dangerous. You're getting dangerous. Okay, so OP's boyfriend said, wow, okay, LOL. Taking Thomas's side. Oh, we got a name drop.
Ooh.
Taking Thomas's side over mine. I would have thought a 9-month relationship, hang it up.
Yeah.
9 months?
9 months is plenty.
9 months is plenty. Yeah.
Almost a year.
Yeah. 9-month relationship meant more than that. I see where your priorities lay.
Lie.
Right.
I mean,
you're the love of my life, future mother of our children.
Okay.
Oh, but damn, you piss me off sometimes.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. To the moon.
To the moon, Alice.
Bitch. That's what he's about to say.
He said, I feel so lucky to have you, but your stubbornness of actually accepting you need to confront people sometimes is really something. I'm so glad I have to keep putting the text on because these people are just typing nonsense.
Yeah.
And it makes me sound crazy. But okay, yeah. You can't be a doormat the rest of your life, blank. I know you would never cheat, and I'm not worried about that. I am worried about a man getting mixed signals by your unwillingness to say no and you accidentally getting hurt. I'm saying this because I love you so much and want the best for you and us. OP says, holy shit.
Uh-oh.
You're saying I'm going to get assaulted because I give mixed signals? I'm very clear about my boundaries and relationships. I have no idea where this is coming from, Archie. Ooh.
Oh.
I know I have been out of therapy for a while.
Oh.
Maybe things haven't been going as well as I thought, but maybe I need to go back if they're as bad as you say they are. If I'm truly that poor with my boundaries, I think I need a break and I need to reevaluate the relationship. Thank you very much for giving me that clarity. He said, you're being immature from running from this. I'm going to call you so I can explain more. You have a very intelligent mind and it boggles me why you don't get what I am saying. Well, girl, you did the right thing.
Yeah, you're not
GTFO, Gran Turismo. You gotta get the out. He's a danger to you, now, the future, and whatever kids he think that y'all are gonna have.
Listen, he got plans for you, girl.
And I don't think they're gonna be good.
I don't think they're gonna be good either. I don't think it's gonna be a good time. And it's been 9 months, but this is the time where, these things come up, and these are deal breakers. These are make or break situations. Yeah. And I think that's around that time. So, yeah, girl, just going to get out of there. You're not an asshole. You're not overreacting for breaking up with him. This was the right move for you.
Yeah.
Go back to therapy. I don't think you have boundary issues. I don't think there's nothing wrong with being nice. You told him that you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that's all you needed to do.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't have to go any further than that. Again, I don't know if he was drinking because he came back again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he genuinely thought y'all were siblings and thought he could still shoot his shot. Now, I will tell you that. Some guys will try to shoot their shot like that even though you don't tell them you have a partner.
For sure.
If they don't think your partner is here, they think they have a chance. Some guys do think that.
There are some things in her text that I think like is bullshit. Like him being like, oh, he's a great guy, or so and so wouldn't have invited him there. Well, bitch, you and your boyfriend were there, and your boyfriend ain't so damn great.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So it's like those false.
I understand the parameters.
I understand.
And I think it's
but
I think it's
also
a decent one,
if
a good one.
If somebody was really good when you said, I'm not interested, I'm in a relationship, they would not approach you again.
It was the Hennessy.
Somebody who can't handle their liquor and stumbles over themselves and, approaches women who have already said no is not a good person.
They tried to say goodbye and they choked. They tried to walk away and they stumbled.
We can't afford. You actually haven't done one in a very long time.
I ain't even saying that. I just casually said it.
Yeah.
Calmly.
Yeah. I hope she's not coming for us. Love you, Macy.
Macy.
But,
I do love Macy.
Oh.
I do love Macy. I was about to say, Macy, please don't.
Right. But yeah, I digress. At the end of the day, whatever minor pinkish flags I get from her, pale in comparison to the blaring hot red fire engine red flags from him.
Correct.
And full disclosure, anybody who knows me knows that I have been known to have a temper. But one thing I've never done, I don't put my hand on nobody at all. I never put my hand on you, never will. I don't believe in that. I've never, because bitch, keep your hands to yourself. You trying to grab, that's like one of the things that enrages me the most. Watching people grab them by the wrist or that fucking, when they grab you behind your elbow. You ain't my damn daddy, bitch. Get off of me.
Grabbing you by the wrist and grabbing you by your elbow.
You're ridiculous. This is recorded.
Yeah, I have it on there. I'm pulling him out of the frame.
But I want to address that because like the only time we've had a disagreement about me responding angrily. We literally talked about this when we went out to dinner with Michelle. Love you, girl.
I was about to say, we definitely talked about this on the last pod, but that was a different...
No, that was in person.
That was in person. But yeah, the horn honking incident.
Yeah, somebody we're driving in a parking garage, and this person doesn't stop when they're supposed to stop and we have the right of way and almost hit us. And... this is like, 4 or 5 months into our relationship, right? Like probably 3 to 5 months. And I'm like, this person almost kills us. And Trina just lets it go. And I'm like, honk your horn. And the guy's already driving away. And Trindell is just like, what? No, like, we're fine.
Yeah, it didn't hit us.
I reach over and when I tell you, I could have killed the battery in his engine. I held that horn down and I honked it. The glare that Trendell gave me it's probably the only time I've really seen it. That was the real first disagreement and intense moment. We were on our way to a movie, went to the movie, didn't talk, can't tell you what movie we watched. I spent the rest of that day hot. Because then now I'm like, he mad at me. I'm trying to, this bitch almost killed us. Right. He almost killed us. Honking the horn probably ain't gonna do nothing. But somebody gotta get cussed out for this. I'm doing this for us.
And I'm feeling the complete opposite. I'm like, for one, he didn't hit us. For two, by the time the horn was actually honked, he was already about gone. And then you honking my horn in my car. And I'm like, I don't honk horns. That's not what I do.
From the passenger side.
Right. And that's not what I do. And so I'm like, what is this? And if anything worse happened, it wasn't gonna be good.
Right.
So I'm like, that was all unnecessary.
Thing. And like her first text was so like what she talked about, like, the escalation could make the situation 10 times worse. Yeah. And like, I at that point in time, I was still in a mindset, honestly, of like, okay, yes, anybody does anything to Trendell, my initial thing is to react in a certain type of way, but then you still can't react. You can't predict how that escalation is going to go for the two of you. Exactly. And you could be putting it in more danger. And it wasn't until we had that conversation later that day. Went to the movie, Chanel didn't say a word to me. We walked, and it's all long. You ever been to Aventura Mall? from the parking garage to the AMC, a long ass walk, scan our tickets, got snacks, didn't say nothing, watched the movie, and I was silent. You know I like to make my exclamations when a movie. Got in the car and drove back home silently. And now I'm mad. I'm like, so you gonna break up with me over this? Because I was trying to cuss this bitch out.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, we had to have a conversation about, like, first of all, you're angry and you might not be okay. For one. Two, whatever you want to do in your car, whatever, you don't get to backseat drive from the passenger seat. It was many different things that were being addressed at once, and I took it and I learned. Now I never did it again. Okay, let me tell you.
But yeah, it's just that type of thing, and so I understand. That's why I really sympathize with her, especially like just being friendly, or not even sympathize, empathize. I guess is the word. I could definitely see myself on her shoes. Like it's not that serious to do all that.
It's not, and I could. At face value, even before we got to the test, without getting his full personality, I don't understand being upset. But like, even without the text messages, going that far at the party was craziness. Right. Because like for me, that was like this person almost hit us. To feel that like aggressive is a stark indicator. I think she knew also, like, you know who he is. This isn't something that just came up.
Yeah, it's probably been like little stuff all along.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been little stuff all along. She's just like, this right here, I'm trying to get out of here before it get too crazy. For sure. And I tried to have a conversation with you, and I saw how that went, so let me go.
Honestly, and he called you stupid a couple different times in a couple different ways. And ignorant and childish. He tried to infantilize you. Yeah, you're not overreacting.
No.
But thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of Relly and Deli Read Reddit Stories.
Yes.
Please make sure you check out our Wildcard Wednesday.
Right.
It's our part 2 of the Mother's Day crossover with the Real Talk and Banter podcast.
That is true.
One of my favorite videos. Honestly, both of those videos are very
They were really fun. They were really fun. So definitely check them out. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
To both of those videos, check out their channel as well.
Yeah, and make sure you subscribe. All new content coming. We have one more week of content coming next week. Yeah. And then we're going to be taking a break for a week for our anniversary. Yay! And getting ready for season 3. Officially.
Yes, officially season 3.
A lot of changes to come.
Yeah.
New backdrop, new colors, old new stuff. Some great movies coming out.
Absolutely.
Right now for the summer. So love you. Thank you again for the support. Bye.
Bye.